Previously on Avatar.
The better than never Bender. 13 is the blue spirit.
It took me a long time to realize that was Zuko. One of the archers clocks him dead center.
And Lowlight being shot at by arrows the whole time, where they're both kind of torn. What are your highlights?
Robin Hood type archery, yes. The Avatar wanted poster, Admiral's out now. What the hell's going on in Boston said? Zuko woke up, didn't say a word, and tried to blast him right away. Turns back on it.
Thumbs up for you? Yeah. Or thumbs down. What's up, everyone? I'm Joel, that's Steve, and that's Cash in the Ground, and we make up better than never. And this is Avatar, the better than never Bender, episode 5.
Part 2.
So we're gonna move on to the next episode, which is episode 14, the Fortuneteller. Aang, Katara, and Sokka travel to a village that relies solely on the predictions of a cloud-reading fortuneteller. Sokka is skeptical and tries to disprove the prediction. Upon discovering a nearby volcano is about to erupt, Aang and Katara manipulate the clouds as a warning to the oblivious villagers. The group manages to evacuate the village before the volcano erupts. Definitely a filler.
Yeah, out of these three, this is the most filler one.
But even with that being said, the one thing I will say that I always love about this episode, the budding romance between the two of them. You start to see those moments where like now we're planting the seeds for their future. But neither here nor there. My lowlights in the episode are Katara's dismissiveness of Aang always annoyed me in this episode.
Look, she was under like the false pretense that her the way love was somebody else. So she wasn't looking twice at him until she realized later in the episode, oh, you're right, he is a powerful bender. Like he fits the description that Wu told her.
Another thing that I dislike in this episode, I guess it's not really a lowlight, but it's just like something I just dislike about the character in general sometimes. I wasn't a fan of Katara's obsessiveness. Her qualities of being an obsessive person ring true where she gets super obsessive with this freaking fortune teller, going to her every 6 seconds. What should I eat? I don't even like papaya. Like,
yes, yeah.
At a certain point in the beginning, it made sense, and I was kind of like, okay, I don't mind this, but it just started to get really annoying to me.
It became very annoying. I did not like those scenes at all. Yeah, they felt very weird, very forced.
And the one thing that I did not like about this episode was it felt very slow and super obvious. Like you just kind of knew where the episode was going immediately.
Yeah.
Even for me watching this episode, like I said, for the umpteenth time, you kind of forget with a show like certain episodes, and I remember not remembering this episode. Like I remembered it, but it wasn't like I remembered it in vivid detail. And even then, it was the outcome was obvious. Everything that was going to happen was obvious. You kind of saw the writing on the wall from the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I just feel like going forward, this is going to be a very forgettable one.
So with that being said, I had my 3 lowlights. Steve, what are some highlights you had in this episode?
Compared to the previous episode, they were not happening. These kind of saw it happening. Saw exactly what was kind of happening. Like, okay, the Fortuneteller has never been wrong. And then we'll figure at the same time she's going to be wrong. So that was obvious for the pick. That's more of a low light, I guess. But one thing I did like that was the Fortuneteller told Aang about his future love life, I guess. And Aang is also just a little boy with a crush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he needed some girl advice. And he went to Sokka of all people thinking he was referring to the other girl that...
Yeah, the little girl.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, pretty girl. The pigtails.
It was a little silly, like the whole love triangle thing. I did like though. I did enjoy that because it is just being a 12-year-old boy with a stupid crush. Like Katara's obviously a little older, but he doesn't really care. He just close girl in his life, and he's just like, I need some help. So it was really cool, kind of humanizing him a little bit with that. I did like that a lot. Aunt Wu being wrong about the volcano surprises nobody. They're like, oh, we haven't checked on it in 20 years. So like, okay, whatever.
Of course, today's the day.
Yeah, go figure. However, the way they pulled the village was awesome. When they were bending the clouds, fit a certain shape as if to show like the premonition based on her chart, her look, if you would.
Giant skull clouds.
Yeah, you don't get much more ominous than that. But it was really cool to see them like up in the clouds, bending the water molecules in the clouds.
Using their respective styles.
Yeah, that was really cool. But they kind of combined in a really fun way to do that. Like that's gonna stick with everything's gonna stick with me in this episode. It's that. Also, this also has a very good social commentary, I want to say, where it is. I wrote down religion versus science. And people are just like, oh no, this isn't gonna happen because this person said so. Or the way kind of people act now, like, well, my God says this, so it's gonna happen. Yeah. And it really kind of shows you like it's a really nice take on it, where it's not all about your blind faith versus logic. And like, so very nice little commentary on that. Sokka the whole time being super skeptical, which I kind of expected. But he also kind of bounced back, where as soon as there was the kind of call to action, he came up with a plan right away to dig the ditches, to have the volcano like lava flow through and everything. So again, we've mentioned this a lot, but like Sokka is I want to say not saying he's a genius, but like he's smart. He's very quick. He's very quick to the plan.
He's becoming the strategist of the group.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know who he kind of reminds me of sometimes?
Who's that?
Forget the character's name in Naruto.
Sugimura.
Yeah, he reminds me of Shigemaru. He starts to remind you.
Yeah, he's strategist, like kind of like not that takes a back seat, but like they go to guys the plan.
He just pulls the strings.
Yeah, you see that in some other episodes coming up forward, like where he comes up with the plan right away. And he's very quick with that. He has the makings of like a good lead. Also, another highlight that I want to say probably last week, when the volcano's coming, lava's coming, they realize, okay, it's overflowing, like it's coming right up. Aang, again, using his airbend. That was so good. Oh god, this giant wall puts up just to protect the village and everything like that. And even Sokka kind of turns to Katara and says, like,
Man, sometimes I forget what a powerful bender that kid is.
Wait, what did you just say?
Nothing, just that Aang is one powerful bender.
that triggers Katara realizing, like, oh, maybe Aang's the one talking about blah blah blah. But like, even though we know he's a master airbender, it still surprises me.
Yes, you know he's 12.
Exactly. So to see that every now and then, even seeing the characters surprised by it, still is nice to see. So that was every time Aang pulls out these master airbending techniques, it shocks me every time, and I love seeing it.
So that was like one of the things I wrote down because I wanted to make sure we spoke about it. Like, Aang's show of force to give Katara that realization is the highlight of the episode for me.
It probably is the one highlight.
Like, he truthfully just wiles out on the volcano and completely makes it stop.
Yeah, the giant like wave, like whatever he did.
It was all wind.
Yeah, he took the whole village too. Like, he doesn't know these people. He's like, I'm putting my life on the line at any cost. One thing I do have to add though, at the very end, that girl when she's leaving.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's the funniest part of the episode.
She's like, we white Katara, but she goes mad at her because like the whole love triangle thing. She calls Katara Lucy. She goes,
Take care, Meg.
Take care. Floozy.
Lucy.
It's such a random line at the end of it. You could tell that was probably not even in the script. Like, someone probably just said that.
Lucy.
Yep, Lucy.
So good.
So good.
Okay.
So that's episode 14.
Yes.
So how do we feel about episode 14? Is it thumbs up, thumbs down, or completely indifferent?
There wasn't enough highlights to overturn the thumbs down, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thumbs down for me. As filler, it didn't move much forward. Yes, there was some cool moments, like the whole love triangle thing was kind of funny, but didn't do too much.
And now we have episode 15, Bato of the Water Tribe.
Yeah.